Startup Podcast PH is co-produced by Sprout Solutions, Aperon, and Aim High. Check out our partners in the description. Welcome sa Startup Podcast PH, where we interview Filipino startup businesses and know about their stories and innovations. We have Lucas Steak Corporation, your premium steak experience, and its founder, Carl Kema. Hello, Carl. Kamusta?
Hello, Johnny. Thank you for inviting me.
Ayan, I'm so excited. Nakakagutom naman 'to. Grabe steak. Mahilig ako actually sa steak ano. Pero, upon learning actually upon your company ano and about your food, about your restaurants, natutunan ko na meron kayong innovation in terms of the food of the steak mismo and also in terms of how you deliver the kumbaga how you do the business ano. So later, we'll know more about that. Pero wag na natin patagalin pa, Carl. Ano nga ba ang Lucas Steak Corporation?
So, Lucas Steak Corporation, we supply uh, aged steaks, no? So, basically, ang binibili natin is yung non-fatty steak. Then, we age it for at least 14 days para sumarap siya at luminamnam. And, kasing lambot niya yung mga mas mahal na steak, pero mura pa rin yung product natin. Yan ang pinaka unique selling proposition.
Grabe, premium taste at an affordable price, is that right?
Yes, correct.
Pero bago yun 'no, marami akong tanong about the steak kasi actually super ano, super galing actually ng ginagawa niyo ano. Pero puntahan muna natin yung why, bakit. So, how or why did you go into business and bakit niyo sinimulan si Lucas Steak Corporation and why are you selling steaks now?
So actually nagsimula yung it's a pandemic business 'no.
Mm,
We're into poultry farming and nung pandemic, bumaba yung chicken price, yung buhay pa na manok from ₱80 bumaba siya to ₱15 nung hard lockdown. So we had to dress our own chicken and sell them online. So dun kami nag-start mag-selling ng meats online. And because of that, eventually customers would ask us, "Carl, ba't puro chicken? Wala ka bang pork? Wala ka bang beef?" Yun. So merong mga, so since nag-store kami sa cold storage, I asked the cold storages, "Sino bang importers diyan? Baka puwede niyong pakilala sa akin." So that's how we met the importers and, nagkaroon kami ng ibang meats. And so, and I also like steaks. So halata naman mahilig din ako kumain. So yun, so we, ah, ginaya namin si Guga Foods. I don't know if you're familiar, sa sikat na, food blogger in the US, and he experiments with different types of aging with steaks.
mm.
Yun. So we got one of the processes na ginagawa niya, and that's what we did for Lucas.
So, andun pala yung ano 'no, yung difference din 'no, nasa aging nung steak. Pero question lang Carl dun sa ano 'no, dun sa business, sa poultry business that you started. Kasi marami minsan nagtatanong na mga nakikinig ng podcast na parang, "How do you really start ba?" So, is this like a family business din ba and parang, do you have already a business aptitude na rin or parang experience sa business kaya ka nag-jump into yung sa steak dun sa steak naman, yung selling premium steaks?
Yes, actually, yung poultry business, started with my lolo pa,
Hmm,
in the 1970s. Pero iba naman yung farm namin, pero, yung going into that business, dati pa third generation na ako. And, yun, pero even nung bata ako, mahilig na ako magbenta-benta. Bebenta ako ng I don't know if alam mo, nung bata kami merong Street Fighter na stickers. Sumikat yun noon, nung sikat na sikat yung Street Fighter.
oo, sila
So
Ryu.
oo, sila Ryu, ganyan. So nagse-sell ako ng stickers kasi yung kapitbahay ko yung nagpi-print nung stickers. Oo, nagsimula ako dun. And dun ako natuwa sa sales, eh. So after that puro mga iba-ibang mga stuff na binebenta ko. Kahit yung Tommy na snack, nagbebenta ako nun dati sa mga classmates ko, yan. So dun ako nag-start, yan. Ta's
So
nag
bata
nag
pa lang pala ano, may sales ano na.
yes, yes. Tapos nagtiyatiyaga ako sa Green Hills 'pag December,
Hmm,
yan. Nag-try din ako in advertising, also may 7-Eleven ako before. So, may mga iba-ibang mga experience din.
Hmm,
Pero bumalik kami dun sa family namin na business, which is yung
hmm.
chicken.
Yeah, so and now nasa food na talaga 'no. So, talking about this steak naman 'no, so, sa pagkakaalam ko, meron kayong parang ayun nga, so medyo kakaiba yung kanyang taste, may premiumness doon and then kakaiba din yung on how you bring it to the people, on how you sell the steaks ano. So dun na tayo dun sa food mismo para magutom ang mga nakikinig dito ano. So, ano nga ba talaga yung parang exact na special or something new dito sa mga steak ninyo? And parang, ano exactly yung nagagawa ng aging? So nagiging mas malinamnam ba, mas malambot ba? So pa-explain lang more deeply nung part na yun.
Yes. So, basically yung steaks kasi na ginagamit namin yung non-fatty. So, ibig sabihin wala siya masyadong taba, wala siya masyadong marbling. So, yung ano niya, if you just cook it by itself, hindi siya gano'n kalambot, medyo matigas siya, medyo tough siya. But, through the aging process, kaya naman siya tough kasi may muscle fibers yung beef natin. So, nagbe-break yung muscle fibers through the aging process. So, para siyang ano, I don't know if you're familiar din nung bata kami merong, glow sticks. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So, si glow sticks matigas siya, eh, 'di ba isang line yun matigas. Pero once
Yeah,
you
yeah,
once you snap it nagkakaroon na siya ng kulay
pinapalo.
tapos malambot malambot na siya. So, parang gano'n
Ah,
yung analogy. Oo,
ah,
so yun tapos na-absorb din niya yung umami nung nung nilalagay namin dun sa process. Kaya nagiging mas malinamnam siya. So it's comparable to, Angus na steak na rib-eye but, hindi siya yung presyo niya is malayong mura.
oh, interesting, interesting. So parang na-solve yung ano 'no, yung trade-off na you achieve that premium eating experience, at the same time hindi pa rin naman siya gano'n kamahal. In terms of the market naman, parang how did you decide na ito yung gagawin niyo? So parang nagkaroon din ba kayo ng maybe parang market research na ito yung magiging direction niyo na ito yung gagawin natin with the taste, with the experience of eating the steak, at the same time mura siya. So parang how do you describe din maybe yung parang naging market ninyo ng Lucas, Steaks now? Yung mga bumibili parang, why do they buy? Why do they choose that
Ah,
over
ah
others?
Actually, they choose it because of the pricing. So, siyempre yung most people siyempre they want to try steak and, since we're available din by the slice, so we're able to let them try it first and if they like it, they buy in bulk 'no. And, siyempre kung sanay sila kumain kasi 'pag kumain ka ng steak sa restaurant 1,500, 3,000 ang mahal na, eh. So,
Yeah.
sa'min, very affordable and kung hindi ka marunong magluto, it's not a problem. Very easy to cook. 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other side, tapos na. Meron
Hmm.
ka ng restaurant quality steak.
How much nga ang range ng mga steaks?
Our price is, 1,700 per kilo for the ribeye, and that's our best seller. Actually, we don't have a restaurant, no. What we have
Mm,
are we are an online store.
mm.
Oo, so we have, different branches we have 20 branches in Metro Manila, puro GrabMart sila. So para siyang
Hmm.
pick-up points nung mga and we have, franchisee partners who do it at the comfort of their own home.
Okey, okey, okey. So yung nakita ko parang main branches kasi I saw parang yung mga meron ba mga main branch and many other branches, right?
Yeah, there's only one main branch which is yung sa, office po namin.
Okay. So basically you're selling this, online and the people who will cook it on their own, tama ba yun?
Yes, yes, oo.
Meron ba kayong parang mga ano rin, parang mga first, instructions and then second yung parang, instructions how to cook and second yung parang menu na ito yung mga different kinds of steak and meron pang mga different na mga halo or mga puwedeng luto dun sa
Yes,
products
actually
ninyo?
we provide, cooking instructions naman for people who want to try the steak. Also, uh we joined the Ultimate Taste Test, this year, 'no, hosted by sila Anton Diaz and, we won actually third place, 'no. Kasi we had a new innovation, we did, steak in gochujang butter and steak salpicao. So,
Hmm.
Iba-iba namang ano, iba namang take on our regular steak kumbaga.
Okay, nagugutom na ako dito, actually nakakagutom dito yung butter steak, eh. Why butter? Anong meron sa butter? Kasi yun din yung name ng ano niyo, eh, ng Lucas Butter Steaks din yung parang, pinaka-brand name niyo rin ano. So, ano ba meron sa butter?
Yes, because we age the steak in butter. Yun yung
Okay,
nilalagay
okay.
namin and, yun yung 'di ba malinamnam yung butter 'no? So yung habang nag-e-age siya, inaabsorb niya yung umami nung butter kaya sumasarap din siya, lumilinamnam din.
Mm. And by the way, yung question ko kanina 'no, so wala kayong dine-in restaurant, right? Pero balak niyo ba
Yes.
in the future magkaroon ng dine-in restaurant?
There's a possibility but, as of now, we don't have plans to do that yet.
Do you think it's parang ito ba yung parang in terms of like your business model, ito yung parang pinaka-cost effective din sa inyo, eh, kasi hindi niyo kailangan magpatuloy ng restaurant, yet you still sell the, kumbaga quality steak. So parang somehow ano rin siya, eh, cost effective pero at the same time you still deliver, you still are able to give out that premium steak experience to the steak lovers out there. So parang in terms of cost, in terms of the business, what do you think about that?
Yeah, actually masaya yung mga franchisees namin kasi sa bahay lang nila ginagawa, wala silang rental, wala silang employees, and, so anybody can do it like, kunyari housewife ka or nasa condo ka, gusto mong benta sa building niyo, yun,
Okay,
you
gets ko
can ano,
na.
you can easily do the business, even without extra help. Siyempre kailangan may magfu-fulfill sa bahay, whether that's,
Mm.
kasambahay, puwedeng nanay mo, puwedeng kapatid mo, basta anyone na kasama sa bahay can actually fulfill the ano, kasi darating na lang yung rider, eh, so ibibigay na lang yung product.
Okay na-gets ko na. Actually, now ko lang na-gets na ano, kaya yung mga nakita ko pala is ano, I think those are the franchises, the franchise. And tama ba na parang you can sell yung direct na uncooked steak, pero the franchises can cook them and then ibebenta nila yung cooked na. May gano'n din ba na ano, approach dito?
We do sell yung cook na, kami gumagawa nun. So even if the franchisee is the one may nag-order sa kanya, kami pa rin magco-cook tapos kami rin nagse-send out dun sa customer.
So why do they franchise naman on the end of those franchises?
Of course, so sa franchise kasi siyempre, they recognize the name of Lucas, so they want to use the name. Secondly, they get a GrabMart store, dun sa location nila. So kunyari kami, we're in San Juan, the franchise is in Parañaque. So in Parañaque, dun sa bahay niya, within 3 kilometers, yun yung magiging GrabMart store niya and siya lang yung nag-iisang store dun
Ah,
sa area. Yan yung
okay.
pinaka selling point niya.
So parang resellers slash distributors din ano?
Yes, and magkakaroon siya ng sarili niyang Facebook page. Ang maganda dun, he doesn't need to make their own content kasi yung main page namin makes all the content, then they can
Ah,
just share.
okay. Kaya pala ang dami kong nakita na ano, I think those are the separate pages din, those are the separate, ah, stores, separate franchises din kaya may mga ibang Lucas Butter Steaks rin, tama ba yung gano'n?
Yes, correct. So kunyari mag-research ka sa Facebook, siyempre ang kunyari gusto mong mag-order ka dun sa branch na malapit sa'yo, para yung delivery fee mo
Ah,
hindi rin mataas.
hmm. How about the ano, the logistics nito? Kasi I'm also concerned about, yung parang shelf life ng mga steaks ano. So, it's better din for your model, right, na parang bukod sa yung franchise model, bukod sa parang, mas nama-market si Lucas Butter Steaks, mas madali din yung logistics niya kasi you distribute na kaagad and then they freeze it, they store it on their own, and then sila na yung bahala. Tama ba na parang
Yes, para
advantage
mas
din yun?
'di ba kasi para mas unang-una 'di ba para mas mura yung delivery fee to the client para closer. At the same time, since mas malapit yung delivery, mas maiksi yung delivery period, mas maiksi siya wala sa freezer, 'di ba? So, hindi nako-compromise yung quality nung product natin, oo.
And then by the way, so why did you choose this model? I mean, actually I'm curious pa kasi ang karaniwan sa mga steaks nga 'no is kinakain mo sa restaurant ano. So you chose not that path, but you chose like the selling path. And second, you chose the franchise slash, reseller slash distributor model ano. So parang was this at the beginning pa lang your plan na or parang was this really a decision that you made back then when you started the business? So parang paano lang napunta sa state nito ngayon yung itong ginagawa ninyo?
Actually nung una, we were just selling on our own 'no, but,
Hmm.
eventually people who like the product would approach us na, "Puwede ba ako mag-resell niyan?" So that's where we got the idea na, oo nga pala puwede natin i-resell. Then, we put ourselves in, Lazada. So, some would ask from Cebu, from Davao, from different areas. Kasi hindi namin ma-fulfill kasi wala naman kaming hindi naman puwedeng ibigay sa Lazada na warehouse kasi masisira yung product. So, that's where we got an idea na, puwede rin 'to exclusive distributor sa province. So, so ngayon we have also 20 exclusive distributors for different provinces. Out of 80 provinces in the Philippines, we're covering 20 provinces already.
Oo, so saan-saan kayo? Can we ask?
Cebu, Davao, Iloilo, Bacolod, the whole Panay Island, Antique, Aklan, Iloilo, then we have Zamboanga,
Oh,
Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, CDO, Tarlac, Cavite, Santa Rosa, yan, we have those also.
yeah. Actually, wait, I'm actually amazed ano na ganito yung naging growth ni Lucas Butter Steaks or ni Lucas Steak Corporation bilang ito ay isang pandemic business ano na ano na nakakalat na sa buong Pilipinas ano. And by the way, so may mga nakikinig din sa podcast from different parts of the country, from those places you said, Cebu, Iloilo. So 'pag narinig ito ng mga nakikinig, hanapin ninyo ang pinakamalapit na Lucas, Steak sa inyong neighborhood. Pero
Is payroll processing taking too much of your time? Introducing Sprout Payroll Starter. For as low as 5,000 pesos per month, you get a team of experts to help you with your payroll and HR needs. We'll help compute and process payroll, handle all your government compliance requirements, and automate timekeeping. Leave the payroll to us so you can focus on growing your business. Enjoy peace of mind with Sprout Payroll Starter.
yun yung question ko ano, so this started nung pandemic, pero when parang to get the timeline lang ano, for our listeners to get, parang mas grasp dun sa naging story. Parang paano nag-grow yung franchise model na ito? Parang what year siguro kayo nagkaroon ng unang franchise and then paano siya nag-grow into more and more? So maybe parang ano lang, describe the timeline lang din.
So we started in June 2020, no, on our own. Then siguro within that year then we have a couple of resellers, some informal resellers, no. But because I'm part of a business group called BNI, I had to present something and ang naisip ko, what if gumawa ako ng provincial distributor
Ah.
program. So by April of 2021, one of our chapter mates, na taga Davao, was our first ever franchise.
Ah.
Pero hindi siya franchise. Nung time yun, exclusive distributor siya. So we made her the exclusive distributor for Davao City, Davao Sur, and nakakatawa ngayon, meron na siyang physical store na
Hmm.
ibang brand but nandun nakalagay yung product natin.
Parang ano, okey, okey.
Mas malakas pa loob niya mag-retail kaysa sa akin. Which I'm inspired with 'no, kasi siyempre, one of the main products yung product namin dun sa store niya. So, gano'n siya ka-confident. So anyway, so yun. So from there, we added a few more, exclusive distributors nung time na yun. But then, I encountered some problems also kasi when I wanted to roll out certain programs, some of the distributors are hesitant or hindi sumusunod. So, I thought of changing it to a franchise program para yung makukuha naming franchisees, yung mindset nila is susundan ko lang yung program nitong franchisor ko and magiging successful ako. So, para mas receptive sila sa mga business models na ginagawa namin. So, in fact, um, for example, dati wala kami sa GrabMart, 'no? 2021 nag-start kami with GrabMart. Ang distributors namin 2022 na nag-start mag-GrabMart. So, luwang na kami ng one whole year na nagga-GrabMart dito. sila hindi pa sila nagga-GrabMart. So yung mga gano'ng bagay siyempre we wanted to push forward. Ngayon nung nakita nila na yung first isang distributor ko na nag-GrabMart, pinakita ko yung results niya dun sa ibang distributor, lahat sila nag-GrabMart na din. So, alam mo yun, it's easier to have it when you have results and you have the ano. Then after the pandemic also, napansin namin siyempre bumaba yung benta online. Siyempre because people already shop, sa supermarkets, eat out, 'di ba? So, to counter that and to be able to draw in the market again, we started doing bazaars. So we joined different trade shows, travel fairs, uh, until umabot sa point na, "Carl, pwede ka bang mag-serve ng steak sa parties?" Sabi ko, "Oo nga 'no, why not?" Wala naman nagse-serve ng steak. May cart na rin kami, Lucas Steak Station yung pangalan niya. So para kaming yung sikat na, fries brand na nasa children's party,
Yeah,
pero kami
okey.
steak ang niluluto namin. And now we also do wedding.
Gano'n pala ang ano 'no, ang evolution ng story ni Lucas. Pero actually naalala ko lang yung what you said kanina na si BNI. By the way, si BNI ay parang, ah, it's business network, what's I ba?
International.
International. Pero I remember 'no, kasi I met some people from BNI and actually I've interviewed dito sa podcast na some members din of BNI. Parang meron yung 1 minute pitch, right? Yung parang kailangan niya mag-pitch ng mabilisan paikot ano. So, parang somehow naaano rin, parang nafo-force or na-e-encourage yung mga tao na mag-innovate or mag-bring beyond their normal businesses. And actually my main takeaway here, dito Carl, is parang what ang nangyayari sa inyong business kasi actually medyo iba 'to sa iba kong nai-interview na mga startups, eh. Usually kasi when I-interview startups, they start with the product, usually a very technological product, and then they sell it, then they kumbaga they sell it and then they find the market for it. Ang kinaiba with your story is you started with an expertise which is yung meat nga. You have your own kumbaga you have your very, very own ano, you have your very own recipe nung pre-cooked steaks ano. Pero and then depending on the sense of the market, that's how you adapt, no. So, kaya wala kayong restaurants din kasi you started nung pandemic din. So, you basically deliver the steaks sa kung sinong may gusto. So, parang kahit nasa bahay lang yung mga tao, even without the dining in experience, they can still have that premium steak experience. And yung nangyari nga sa inyo na very ano, parang hindi siya premeditated na plano na parang kung ano yung nangyayari sa iyong network tsaka ano yung mga opportunities, you ride them. So nagkaroon kayo ng distribution system, nagkaroon kayo ng franchises, and then kumalat na nga kayo sa buong bansa. So tama ba yung gano'ng interpretation ko, Carl?
Yes, yes. Tsaka yun, ano na ngayon events na nga kami. So na-realize din namin later on na steak kasi is an event product, 'di ba? Magde-date ka, celebration dahil na-promote ka, 'di ba? Kasi ngayon kunyari ang mahal na ng lechon ngayon. So siyempre for bigger ano, lechon, pero may mga small gatherings, 'di ba parang steak lang, steak na yung inaano. So it's a very good celebration product and that's what we're focused on bringing.
Mm.
The joy, the ano, want to elevate the experiences.
Imbes na lechon 'no, steak na ang handa talaga ngayon.
Yes, yes.
Curious lang din ulit about dun sa parang logistics nito. So, sa main office ninyo ginagawa lahat ng mga steak na dini-distribute ninyo sa mga franchises and sa mga distributors? So, parang meron pa rin kayong center na office kung saan ginagawa yung inyong product, is that right? Or meron bang
No,
ibang system dito?
so actually we have ano, we have a partner commissary in Tanay
Ah,
Rizal, no, and dun ginagawa yung majority of the process. Then we store the final product dun sa office namin,
hmm.
for distribution.
Do you have a business, tawag dito, background, I mean educational background? So can we know then about a bit of your background para mas may context kami sa kung paano ka naging businessman or naging entrepreneur talaga? Aside from those
Ah,
stories mo nga kanina ano?
yeah, actually when I was young, siyempre may farm yung dad ko and, the times na nakakasama namin siya is sumasama kami sa farm. So kumbaga parang nasanay kami gano'n business. So nakita namin na maganda naman yung ano, yung nung una mas hindi kasi he had farms in North and South, eh. So nakahati yung oras niya. So Nung pumutok yung Pinatubo, nawala yung we sold the farm in the north, so puro south na lang. After that, parang twice a week lang siya nasa farm and all the rest of the week nasa bahay siya. So parang, wow, I want to have a lifestyle like that na alam mo yun, you get to you have your own business, you have a comfortable lifestyle, pero relax ka, gano'n, hindi ka naman gano'n ka-stressed. So that's what I dreamt when I was young. And, yun, I also have my poultry but, nabuksan namin ni Lucas nung pandemic. So marami na ring taong umaasa sa amin. So siyempre we have to move it forward and grow the business talaga.
Ang gandang motivation nun ano, parang ayun din naman yung pangarap ng maraming Pilipino, na parang kumikita ka, mayaman ka, and control mo yung sarili mong buhay. And actually isa yun sa mga motivation ng podcast, na I think we should start becoming an entrepreneurial society, na parang hindi tayo puro employed, kundi we also create our own businesses. Although mahirap siya, pero at least this podcast, ang goal nito is to start that spark lang muna ano, na at least ma-consider and maniwala ang mga tao na kaya natin magkaroon ng businesses. By the way, Carl, meron ba kayo, do you have like team members? So how big is the team behind Lucas? Or ikaw lang ang main founder talaga? So can we know more about the ano lang, parang the people
Oh,
then
we
behind?
have around 11 people in our team, no, and we have an operations manager, we have a dispatching manager and inventory manager. So yun yung main namin ano. Of course, we have a marketing person for the layout and the ano. Then we also employ deaf person as our part of our corporate social responsibility. Yeah.
But for like the leadership and the CEO job, so are you the main, I mean, ikaw lang ang talagang gumagawa ng lahat ng ano, managing kumbaga the whole business, the entire business?
My operations manager is also someone
Ah,
who does that. Um,
yeah,
for-
but like the decisions, I mean, the decisions to go into the franchise, so that system, kumbaga yung mga decisions on the business level. So ikaw talaga ang main na ano, nagde-decide kumbaga.
yeah, mostly me, but I also
Yeah.
consult with them because siyempre they've also
Mm,
been with me for a long time already. So siyempre I value their inputs as well.
mm. Yeah, ang difference kasi nito sa ibang startups, kasi most of the startups, so there's a group of founders na may equity, and meron din pang mga board of advisors. So minsan may mga, I mean, parang nakikita ko rin ngayon yung difference ng medyo yung talagang startup ano sa in tech startup, yun that
Pag
kind
tech
of
startup
startup.
is really different. Yeah.
Yeah, and sa ganitong kumbaga business ano. But I mean, it's interesting to see about this. Patapos na tayo, Carl ano. So, how are you ano pa, parang how are you marketing pa si Lucas right now? On the customer ano naman, on the kumbaga on the customer, on reaching more customers. So ano ang aside from the reselling part, so meron ba kayong mga ibang mga pakulo or mga ginagawa?
So actually it's funny kasi nung when we were born out of the pandemic, sobrang sumikat yung mga Facebook ads, mga
Mm,
brands sa
how
social
about TikTok?
media. TikTok, ganyan. It's funny kasi we only started uh itong December lang, we only started putting budget sa advertisement itong December lang. So, we actually grew organically. BNI
Hmm,
has helped us, maybe 50% of our sales come from BNI. So,
hmm.
ganun siya ka-powerful for our business. And, we thought na it was high time to invest in social media kasi ang dami naming branch. So, at least parang it's gonna be easier for us to reach our customers kapag naging interested sila. Kasi minsan kunyari, one branch ka lang tapos nag-advertise sa social media. Yung malayo sa'yo, "Ay, ang layo naman
Yes,
ayoko
oo.
magbayad ng delivery fee ng gano'n kalaki."
Mm.
So now that we have multiple branches already and different
Hmm.
so parang, it's easier to catch the market when they're interested.
Yeah, that's a good insight ano, kasi tama nga naman, nag-advertise ka nga sa online, and 'pag online puwedeng makita ka ng kung ng Pilipinong kung nasaan mang bahagi ng Pilipinas, pero wala namang available or mahal naman yung delivery fee ano. So, maganda nga ngayon na parang na-set up niyo na yung mga stores or yung mga distribution or mga resellers or mga franchises niyo all over the Philippines, or actually in most parts of the Philippines. And 'pag nag-advertise kayo online, mas accessible na kumbaga doon sa customer mismo.
Yeah, tsaka siyempre mas natutulungan din namin yung mga business partner namin.
Yeah, exactly, oo. Parang sabay-sabay parang ano nga siya, synergistic din siya na effect, eh. Yung ano pala, so yung recipe niyo mismo parang nag-iba na ba siya along the way or parang in-adjust niyo ba siya like in terms of the taste, the recipe, so nagkaroon ba ng mga gano'n or stick kayo mula sa dati niyong sinimulan na binenta?
The core is mostly naka-stick siya dun sa dati but, siyempre we do slight adjustments here and there. Nung start maraming nagsasabi it's salty, too salty. So, we've made some adjustments. Sometimes, it's not as, dati it's not as, uh, tender as we would have wanted it to. So, may mga ginawa din kami para mag-improve yung product natin.
And by the way, I can see sa iyong background yung Chiquita Corporation na actually yung mention na sa'kin kanina. So puwede bang malaman lang yung structure, ng inyong company and ano nga ba ang Chiquita Corporation?
So, Chiquita Corporation is yung company dun sa farm namin. No, so when we started in the pandemic, syempre all our sales were from the chicken, 'di ba? So when we started doing the steaks, that's when we thought of putting up Lucas Steak Corporation para syempre yung sa steak iba yung sales. Kasi we also until now we're also in the business of supplying restaurants with beef, pork, and chicken. So may trading aspect din kami. So yan, so we supply the likes of Chibo, Banapol, Brew Bourbon,
Hmm.
Mendocoro. So we supply pero mostly chicken products we supply them. So
Ah.
that's under Chiquita Corporation.
Gets. So yung supplier ng meat mismo is Chiquita and yung parang particular product and particular,
For the
special
retail
product siya, eh,
side,
retail side niya.
yun yung sa Lucas Steak.
Oh, I see.
Introducing Aim High. Smarter construction management starts here. Monitor costs and progress with real-time insights. Plan ahead and adapt with streamlined scheduling tools. Make data-driven decisions to avoid costly delays. Increase efficiency and profit with Aim High.
Final question na Carla, no? So what for you is the biggest milestone ng Lucas, Butter Steaks or ng Lucas Steak Corporation and biggest challenge? Dun muna tayo
So
sa
sa'min
milestone.
sa'min ang biggest milestone for us would be, to be recognized as the number 1 steak brand in the Philippines. Yan ang dream namin. That's why we want to be in all 80 provinces para, we can be recognized as that. Kasi right now, if you ask anyone, wala silang masasagot na steak brand, no?
True, actually.
Oo, 'di ba? So parang ang sinasabi pa nga ng mga tao is steak, restaurant-based steak. Sabihin nila Mamu, Wolfgang, mga
Yun
ganyan.
na nga, eh. Actually kaya
Pero
kaya
pero
confusing din
hindi
kasi when you
local.
think of steak, ang unang pasok sa utak mo is yung mga restaurant-based steak, eh, pero hindi yung mga, ah, b basically 'pag steak talaga yung what you eat in a restaurant. Pero this is kind of new rin kasi talaga that we have this steak, tama?
Yes, 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 yun. Tapos ang biggest challenge naman namin, of course, when you're in business, you need to be able to have good cash flow. So since nag-age kami, so siyempre natatalo yung pera dun. Tapos sometimes yung customers namin, terms din bumibili. So siyempre tapos minsan nade-delay. So yung mga ganong issues malaking malaking bagay yung yung cash flow, yeah.
Cash flow, okay. So you mentioned na 'no, ang inyong vision talaga is, ma-reach ang all provinces of the of the country of the Philippines and maging number one. Kumbaga 'pag binanggit ang steak parang nag-usap dalawang Pilipino, "Uy, kain tayong steak." Ang unang mapasok sa utak ay si Lucas, tama ba?
Yes, yes.
And very last question pala, Carl. So what keeps you driven? Kasi I mean, you mentioned kanina 'no, na parang yung ganitong buhay na hawak mo yung oras mo is parang okey siya 'no, pero what keeps you driven? Kasi I know nga na challenging din talaga mag-manage ng isang business ano. So how do you deal with those everyday challenges? And then how do you keep moving forward? Or ano yung nagmo-motivate sa'yo forward?
So, syempre, I want to give good life to my family. I want to help other people elevate their lives. I want to yung alagaan din yung mga tao namin. So, kasi I worked before in a uh, local conglomerate na lumaki din. So, nakita ko na ang natutunan ko dun sa founder nila was that if you don't progress, magsa-stagnate yung business mo, magsa-stagnate din yung lahat ng tao mo, and they will leave you. Diba? So for you to be able to give a good life to your people, you have to continue progressing.
Continue progressing. And by the way malapit na nga pala ang Valentine's Day and I think ma-publish natin itong episode na 'to before Valentine's Day. So do you see people celebrating their Valentine's Day with Lucas Butter Steaks?
Yes, definitely. Yan ang hinahanap ko ngayon. Kumbaga sabihin na yan ang ask ko. Diba? People who want to surprise their loved ones with home cook, restaurant quality steak cooked at home.
Oh, ayun pala, restaurant quality steak cooked at home. Perfect. I think that sums up our conversation then. And ayun, thank you so much, Carl, for this podcast episode. By the way, if our listeners want to know more about Lucas Butter Steaks or Lucas Steak Corporation, maybe they want to buy. Maybe tulad ko, natakam na rin sila at gusto nang matikman ang butter steaks na to na aged very well. So, how can they buy and then how can they know more about you? Maybe you can lead them to the social media channels or wherever they can contact you. And baka may gustong maging franchisee, or reseller ng Lucas. So, how can they be a part of your growing business?
So, yun. So, actually, they can just message our Facebook page, Lucas Butter Steaks. Just one word, no spaces. Lucas Butter Steaks. So, that's also our Instagram page. So, any of those, they can message us. And we reply naman as soon as we can.
Ayan. So, I'll put those details and links then below. And maraming salamat, Carl, for this conversation. Thank you for sharing about Lucas and the stories behind and actually mga insights on how you grew the business. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you then, Johnny, for giving me the opportunity to share our story.
Thank you very much to our 52 patrons. This episode is super powered by Asklex PH Academy, our official e-learning partner. Get certifications on Lean Six Sigma, project management, data science, and more. Unawa, driving digital transformation with secure, legally enforceable electronic signatures and robust AML compliance. Schooltech, all-in-one AI-integrated school and learning management system. Better Support, a Manila-based BPO company. They are offering a referral program for anyone who can bring in new clients. Let us know if you know any Western-based business that might have a need. Britanna, cloud-based enterprise-grade ERP solution that fits the small and medium business budget. Wonder Brand, data science-driven brand strategy and design company for emerging markets. Fail Coach Miha Matlievsky, business training, coaching, and consulting for startups and SMEs who are scaling or finding product market fit. Drive Manila, Philippines' largest peer-to-peer car rental community. East Point Business Outsourcing Services, one-stop shop for streamlined business solutions for MSMEs such as business registration, bookkeeping, and more. Doon, Philippines' first fully insured peer-to-peer car sharing marketplace. Hire Business Solutions, provider of the most configurable cloud-based payroll system in the Philippines. Divicode Technologies Incorporated, IT solutions specializing in software development, blockchain smart contracts, digital wallets, and cybersecurity. Mata Technologies, Philippines' premier provider of virtual tours and maps for LGU's real estate, tourism, and private businesses. Smile, consent-driven digital employment verification service to make smarter decisions faster. One CFO, CFO services, bookkeeping and tax and payroll processing for startups and small businesses. Mamiki Super Pet App, Philippines' first ever one-stop mobile app for pet products and services. Ignite Careers, career matching platform for Filipino talent and hiring companies in the outsourcing industry. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers. NutriCoach, personalized nutrition and weight loss programs for you. This episode is powered by Wasteless PH, Tech Tribe, Yay, Uplift Code Camp, Board Prep, Dohe Philippines, Edfolio, Hive Rooms, Kazam, CodeSham, Jure.ph, Big Giant Games, Agile Data Solutions, Hustle PH, Pahatid PH, Founders Launchpad, Pareto Consulting, Contact RFID Business Cards, Serious MD. Support the podcast through the links in the description.